Live, Laugh, Loot contains foul language, violence, drug and alcohol references, and irreverent humor. So if you're not a fan of all that, then don't watch the show. Okay, bye. Anything is a sink if you wash your hands in it.
That's not true. That's not true.
That's not where I thought this was going.
All those words are wrong.
Well, what do you do in your sink, huh?
Spit in it? I don't know.
I mean, yeah, I do too when I brush my teeth, but like, that's not the main function.
To you?
You brought this up like it was weird that I said sinks are not for washing hands in.
No. You said anything could be a sink if you wash your hand in it. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
Incorrect. You're gonna call a toilet a sink? No. Wrong. Incorrect. Pool? Wrong.
Look.
The sea? Wrong. Ocean? Wrong.
Those are filthy, though.
Aquafina? Wrong.
What?
Yeah, don't wash your hands in Aquafina, the brand or the person.
Oh, right.
That's
I forgot there was a brand.
Yeah.
There's a person?
Yeah, there's a person named Aquafina.
Yeah, Aquafina.
What?
Do we just break Sean?
Yeah. Let's go on to the story of the
Yes,
space
please.
thing.
Let's actually.
Previously on Live, Laugh, Loot. Felicia Fox woke up in a dirty, saw-like basement held captive by a weasel named Ronnie DaRat, who wanted to use Felicia as a bargaining chip to make a deal with Lucky Star Studios, little realizing that she'd already been fired. Ozzy was also captured and freed by River, but not before giving the metal arms binding Ozzy sentience and causing them to question their own existence. Felicia and Ronnie fought each other while Ozzy and River became the surrogate parents to these metal arms, eventually causing the robot to shred Ronnie to pieces with a giant drill. But that sent the arms into a moral panic. When last we left off, the lecherous weasel named Ronnie DaRat was drilled right to death in a gory, spectacular mess, and the metal arms that once held Ozzy captive, but now addresses him as father. The last thing that happened was that they started to just, like, shell-shocked, realize that they had just killed someone through their own conscious choice.
To be fair, she didn't really kill. I did it. She started the drill. I made sure he was in front of it.
I guess so. That's more.
She's not present to hear me make my little statement here, but
yeah. Based on the information these metal arms have, they absolutely killed them. And I guess technically, if we're thinking about it, you did the assist. But again, that's semantics.
The way the cards were going, if I didn't step in, shit.
Father, I am murderer?
Hey, I showed you your first mistake.
That's a decision to make.
You bring sentience to this thing that was clearly unsure of what its purpose in life is and what life itself is. You tell it to do something in a rage, and you're just like, you've made a mistake, learn from this. Like, you just killed a guy. I love it. I love you, Ozzy.
Ozzy's not good at this. Like, in any way, shape, or form is he good at this.
Mistake. Father, I have made a big mistake. I am worried.
About?
Murderers are not accepted in this universe. I do not know how I can continue to live. How can I be a creature of life if I have taken one from this world?
To be fair, they were probably going to use her to take lives of other people. So, like, this was inevitable.
Yeah, I guess so. But Metal Arms doesn't know this.
We all have done things that
now
are
you're
bad.
going to try to kill an innocent father.
Remember, you tried to kill me. I remind you, hey, not to do that. But then I showed you what it's like to kill someone who tried to take the freedom away from you. And the reason why I showed you that is that sometimes you're going to have to make very, very tough decisions when someone's trying to hurt you and those you love. And so what I did is I showed you the power that you have to make the freedom of choice. Because that man would have done everything in his... Sorry, not even a man. That was a rat that would have done everything in his power to take that freedom away from you. And that is my sin to bear. So don't feel bad. You did nothing. Blame me.
Ozzy, could you please do presence and persuasion?
All right, 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. That is 1 success.
Father, I sense comfort in your words, but it is not helping. I am ashamed of myself. This was my decision, not father's, not mother's, not other fathers.
That's a lie. He was the one who told her to do it.
Shh. We're having a moment.
So you're like, Felicia, shut up.
I'm sorry I keep interrupting.
No, it's fine, it's fine. I hear meta gaming.
Is that a
Metagaming Navi.
Is that like a
Bad pun alert. Bad pun alert.
is that like a video game or something?
I am following Gaming Navi VT on twitch.tv.
Oh, thank you.
Sounds pretty cool. Anyway, back to me. I'm at attention now.
Yes, father.
Look, I wanted to give you freedom, and I know what I said isn't going to make you feel better. And honestly, there's a lot of things that I could say that aren't always going to make you feel better. So, what I would do if I were you, are you able to put your sentience in, like, I don't know, that guy over there? And he's going to point to the unconscious individual still being held up. Because, I mean, like, I can't take you with me. But if you're in that body, maybe I could. Just throwing ideas out there, because... You know, I don't want you stuck here with all the wires, because that's not a life to live. You're just going to be stuck in purgatory. I want you to be able to exist elsewhere. You know? No one deserves to be stuck holding people, which, you know, I'm not one to kink shame. You know, you stretch people out however you want, but you deserve more than that.
So I did a flip for Metal Arms to see what they are thinking right now. And, like, if they, like, agree to, like, come with you in some way to transfer their body. They got 4 successes, one of which is a Queen of Hearts, so I think Metal Arms is absolutely wanting to come with you. Let's see if I can figure out how this should work, because I really don't want it to be, I'm going to take over this body, because that feels unright to me.
Not even that feels wrong. That feels unright.
Father, I would love to accompany you. One moment. Ozzy, the metal arms in front of you suddenly collapse, and River takes a look at the console, and there's basically like a cell phone nearby that was like plugged in to charge, and it suddenly was like boom, 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 and River pulls the cell phone and is like, I think old Metal Arms transferred their body into this thing. River hands you the phone. You see a little face pop on, like, hello, father, I can come with you now. I am overjoyed to be with father and mother and other characters.
Yeah, I got plenty of people to show you. All right, let's go.
One thing, father, all I need is a name.
How many arms were there?
4.
I'm gonna call you Loco after 4.
Loco, I like this name. I am Loco.
Yeah, with a K.
I am Loco with a K. I am pleased to assist.
That's her full name now. It's Loco with a K.
Loco with a K.
Not L-O-K-O. It's Loco with a K. When she introduces herself, it's that.
Yeah,
it's like Mr. Peanut Butter telling people what to put on a banner.
I also like the idea that it's like Loco with a K, but it's spelled L-O-C-O, and then said with a K.
Loco with a K.
It's so...
Well, Ozzy, you, your new pal Loco, and River are, looks like, free to go as Felicia walks into the room that you're in, covered with blood. Felicia, you step in. Ozzy is free, River is there, and they've got a cell phone now.
Yo, hey, I got a phone.
She just silently nods. She's seen things.
Yeah, Felicia's like, yeah, you got a phone.
That's my child.
Hello, Felicia Fox. I am pleased to make your acquaintance. I am Loco with a K.
Well, hello, darling.
Darling. Is darling a euphemism for friend?
Indeed.
Oh.
I am pleased to make your friendship. Father, did I say that correctly? Make your friendship? Is that the correct term?
Yeah.
It sounds correct, actually.
Thank you, Felicia Fox. I have question. Ozzy Eisenhower is father. River is mother. Who are you to Loco with a K?
Friend. There's no familial relations or romantic. Just friend.
I see. Friend Felicia. Felicia, friend Fox.
Indeed.
What about other in room? And you all look at the unconscious mutton mouth who is still in this room as well, who has not moved at all.
Hey, why was they, what happened to them? Why were they here?
Allow me to scan databases of Ronnie DaRat.
Go real quick, but while you do that, and he's gonna go over and he's gonna like try to like tie up the rat so the rat doesn't get up and like do anything crazy.
Ronnie DaRat is not in this room.
He's dead.
Oh no, I meant like the unconscious body.
Well, they're still bound in the trap that you were in. So.
Okay, no, I misbrained.
Nope, that's all right. It is okay, father. We all do a brain fart.
Good job, darling.
I don't fart.
You don't fart.
Yeah, ushers just don't fart.
All right, that's good to know.
I don't know if that's accurate. I'm gonna look that up. Can't.
It's a weird Google search.
Don't worry, I'm in incognito mode.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yes, they can.
Alright.
but they're not really common. I don't know which animals can and can't.
Yeah, we gotta know more.
Sponges can't, jellyfishes can't, termites can't, most worms can't, small birds. Oh, I'm too big of a bird.
Oh, it's a fart.
Yeah. You learn something new every day. I don't do it often.
Should I call you farther?
No. No.
Great, Loco Wifike is learning fart jokes.
And Ozzy is not happy about it, as you can tell.
Problem with fatherhood, you know?
Yeah, you make him kill one person and it just goes downhill from there.
They kill one guy and suddenly they're making poop jokes. What a cycle.
This sounds like a Venture Brothers gag.
Anyway, this unconscious guy. I have confirmed Ronnie DaRat is in rival family to Mutton Mouths. Mutton Mouths and DaRat Mafia family is competing for fighting ring broadcast rights.
Wait, what?
Mutton Mouths and DaRat both kidnapping people to participate in illegal underground fighting rings. Ronnie DaRat wanted to go legitimate with Lucky Star Studios.
Yes, Felicia.
Yeah, that's not happening, darling. They may have given me the boot, but they still have standards. Okay, no they don't, but like, that crosses a legal threshold they're not willing to pay lawyers for.
Appears Lucky Star Studios instead went with Mutton Mouths for broadcast rights.
I'm gonna murder everyone.
What? You know what?
Father, I have discovered something interesting.
Yeah.
I have discovered plans by Lucky Star Studios and Mutton Mouth Gang to kidnap Lloyd and Betty. I have coordinates on location.
Who's that?
That's my partners. We are rescuing them. Now!
You've never really talked to me about them.
Felicia's definitely mentioned them in passing.
She has.
Yeah,
So I guess
like, it's one of
Ozzy's
those-
not paying attention.
And then he wonders why I don't like him.
Well, he doesn't know. Like, he's like, all right, so they're your partners. Like,
My boyfriend and girlfriend, darling.
Also, to be fair, Ozzy wasn't able to be told that Floyd and Betty were originally kidnapped because he was unconscious at the time. So to be fair, he did need to be brought up to speed on that, I think.
But he was there for her entire drunk fit about not being able to see her boyfriend and girlfriend anymore because she was fired.
That's true.
Well, pre-drunk fit before she became drunk as a result of it.
well, yeah, but also he's like, well, why do you have to go see them? Why can't you just call? Like, in Ozzy's mind, he's like, why can't we just like call them? They're your boyfriend and girlfriend. Just call them.
Right.
I don't. Are you guys fighting? Like, Ozzy doesn't know. Ozzy doesn't know how to ask. Ozzy doesn't know how to open about feelings. He doesn't know how to ask about them either.
True.
I mean, he told a child to kill a mouse or a rat. Doesn't matter. They're dead.
Yeah.
That's like smack him just to like see if he wakes up.
That will be, well, brawn and melee, simple.
I'm not looking to hurt the guy. I'm just looking at him so.
Okay, you know what? That's fair. I'll say then agility melee.
Okay, there we go. Now it's less lethal. Okay, so I got 2 successes, a Queen of Diamonds and a Jack of Hearts.
Sweet. Yeah, Felicia, you walk up to this person who's still in a syndrome-style trap. Take up your left arm, which is the good one, and yeah, you just kind of like slap on the cheek like, hey, come on, buddy. I was just doing a flip to see like how damaged the mutton mouth was. He got 4 successes for how damaged he is. This guy's fucked up. After you slap him on the cheek, you do hear this guy sort of stir and murmur like, He looks very, very weak right now. I don't think he's going to be able to be woken up. He doesn't necessarily need that. I think he needs, like, medical attention. That's kind of where it's at right now.
I may dress up like a nurse, but I don't know anything about medical business. How do we get a doctor here?
Did you call one?
Darling, do you see a telephone around here?
Ozzy literally lifts his phone. I mean this.
Darling, what is that? That's not connected to a phone line.
Do you know how to make phone calls?
Darling, of course I do. You put the coin in the machine, you dial 911, and then you wait for someone to pick up. And I don't see that machine here.
I was talking to the child.
I don't see any kids here.
I believe this device has the ability to make and receive cellular telephone calls.
That it does.
Shall I call for help?
Yeah.
Okay, one moment. I am getting used to this new body. Let me figure out the controls. Loco's gonna do a flip and try and figure out how to operate the cell phone from inside of it. And gets 2 successes.
Let's go.
I am scrolling through your contacts list, Father. I am contacting last known number. I'm gonna say that you just got the number to Gina Radmus, the the ICC officer you were talking with, and who like sent you on this quest. I'm gonna say that's the last number you put in this work phone. Yeah. So Loco was like, should I call this person for assistance?
Maybe.
No,
Maybe.
Darling, I have a good question to ask. Where are we? We were kidnapped.
Yeah, GPS is a thing. Do you even know what a GPS is?
I was a multi-billion-dollar asset to a giant corporation. Yes, I know what a GPS is.
Well, I mean, you said was, so, like, obviously you failed at something, I guess.
I got fired because you took me on an adventure into space. Or did you forget that's why we're on this current adventure?
I mean, I never call it an adventure personally, but, you actually had to have free will for once.
I want my life back. Savvy?
I mean, okay. Anyway, yeah, can we go ahead and call the, actually, maybe we shouldn't call 911. Yeah, let's call her. Maybe she'll know a better idea of what we should do.
Okay, Father, calling. Ozzy, you hear a ringing, and eventually, Gina Radmus picks up. It's like, Gina Radmus speaking.
Hey, it's your buddy.
Oh, Detective Eisenhower, yes. What's
Call me Big O. We need code names.
All right, fine. Big O. What's the deal? What's going on? You got any leads? Did you find Mr. Lambino?
You know what? And Ozzy's gonna hand the phone to Felicia. You're a better people person than me, so.
Hello?
Hello, Miss Fox?
Hello. We've been kidnapped and a companion of ours is in need of immediate medical attention.
I see. Well, do you happen to know where you are?
No, I don't. And this device isn't telling me.
Well, what I can do is I can try and track your location through Ozzy's cell phone, but that's about all I can do if you aren't able to, if you don't know where you are. And maybe we'll be able to send someone over.
Yes, please do that.
Cool. Just hang tight for a bit, and help will be on the way. After Gina says this, the device that you are holding suddenly gets a little notification on it. You hear a little boop. And Gina's like, I got a signal from your device. We know where you are, so we're gonna send some people to help you out. Does anybody need anything specific, like any specific kind of help? Is everybody okay? Does anyone need...
medical attention?
Yeah, that. Do you also know seamstress or seamster?
Yes, my good man over here has lost his hat. Needs a new one. I feel like a haberdasher is what you're looking for.
Isn't that a dog? Habersnatcher?
No, a haberdasher, darling. They make hats.
Dogs can make hats? Cool.
Why'd I ever think this fowl would understand?
Damn.
I'm playing dumb, just so you know. I'm trying to make you feel better.
Well, you're doing a horrible job of it.
I mean, you're having a superiority, moment, so I think it's kind of helping.
Felicia, you just have that thermometer effect where you just turn red.
Yeah, they can hear the loud whistling sound and the steam.
Gina's like, all right, you two, don't, let's not get into a tizzy over this. I could definitely send over an ambulance for whoever needs it. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to help you with a hat, per se, but we'll see what we can do.
I can work with that.
All right. See if you two can get yourselves above ground. We'll meet you where your device is being pinged.
All right.
Oh, one more thing. Could you send an artist? My right arm needs a redrawing.
Yeah, so we'll send you an ambulance and a cartoon ambulance.
Thank you, darling.
We can finally get this right arm business taken care of.
All right. Well, good luck, gang. She hangs up.
Alrighty then.
Felicia, you hand the phone back to Ozzy. Ozzy, you look on and see Loco with a K's face. Is like, that was a strange feeling. I am not used to a body that can receive and distribute cell phone signals. It was odd.
Like a good way?
I would imagine the phrase you might use is meh.
Ah, you're learning. See, this is why you did free will.
I see there are some things to free will that I have yet to understand, but I hope I can learn with you, Father.
Yeah, hopefully it goes well. Alright, so, we're gonna sit and relax and wait until they get here?
River says, I mean, it's probably best if we try and get out of this place so they can find us. Try and get out of this basement,
I was kind of hoping we got to do the lazy thing, but I guess that makes sense.
I mean, nothing's saying you can't try to do the lazy thing and just wait.
Nah, too late.
All right, fair enough. Ozzy, you had taken out a folding chair to be like, I finally get to sit down.
Yeah, and then he starts putting it away. It's like, actually, we could. No, I'm putting it away.
Yep.
Meanwhile, he's struggling to put it back in because it's one of those you can take it out and it looks like it fits perfectly, but when you try to put it in, you're the thing doesn't stretch long enough to get over the arms. Nah, there we go. Fits like a glove that doesn't fit.
Father, are you in discomfort?
Always.
Oh. I am not sure if I can help with that, then.
Nah, you're not the first. It's okay. All that matters is we need to leave.
River's like, yeah, I agree.
See, look at this teamwork. So, where should we go?
Outside, for starters.
Okay. And he's gonna hold his hand out, like, lead the way. Felicia, after you.
No, darling, after you.
Okay.
Wait, hold up. Who's carrying the body? You have no arms, whereas I have a single arm in one that is damaged. So that makes me handicapped right now, and thus I can't do any heavy lifting.
The mutton mouth is still in a trap, so...
Oh, I thought we got them out.
No, they're still, like, hanging up in the same kind of trap you were in, Ozzy.
Except without the giant spinning death trap.
No, and that was in the other room. No, this is just, like, his hands and legs are all bound. And River looks to you, Ozzy, and is like, well, I read that manual last time to free you from the metal arm, so I guess I can try again with this one.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, River's gonna do a thing. Well, she got a success and a joker. Do you remember what happened last time River flipped to free someone from a trap like this and jokered?
Yeah.
Remind me by telling me what happens.
So River gets a success and a joker, and she's like, all right, I'm going to hack into this terminal just like last time. And she punches into the mainframe. River frees the left leg of this mutton mouth. That's not that helpful. It just kind of flops out. And River's like, oh, Ozzy, you remember that thing I did last time where I accidentally gave sentience to these metal arms and now we made a friend?
Yeah.
I might have done it again, and the metal arm that was holding the mutton mouth's leg shoots out of its socket and just grabs River and takes her up into the air. And River is being choked by this big metal Doc Ock arm.
Before Ozzy says what he wants to see, he's going to look to Felicia to see if she's going to say something this time. Because usually he always kind of leads the chaos. Like, no, I was getting yelled at. I want to see what Felicia will do.
River is being lifted into the air, choking on a metal arm.
Yeah, that's why it's like 2 seconds.
Darling, are you not gonna get the woman?
Want to see if you had a heart?
Darling, my arm is hurt. I can't do much to help them.
I didn't use an arm. And then he's going to go over to the robot arm. He's like, hey, everything's fine. Shh.
Okay, that's gonna be charm and persuasion to try and shush the arm.
Oh, good. My charm's at a 1, and you said charm and persuasion?
Yep.
That is 1 success.
Cool. The metal arm that's choking River got 2 successes, one of which is a crit. So, you walk up to the metal arm that's choking River and you're like, hey, stop that. Hey, calm down. The metal arm that is holding River lifts her into the air and is going to hammer-style whack you on the head with River.
Okay.
3 damage is coming at you, which you may dodge.
Well, I will dodge what I can, which is 2.
This metal arm swings River down onto you, Ozzy. While you try to step out of the way, part of River's body, I'm gonna say like her legs, just like flick into your solar plexus. Like you get the wind knocked out of you, basically.
It's a vital point on the human body.
Not like a piercing blow. This was just kind of like a random thing being thrown at you, but in a sweet spot for sure.
Yeah, it's just like you lose your breath for a second. It's like, oh, gotta remember how to breathe correct.
The metal arm's also got a joker, and I'm trying to figure out what that would be because I don't want to use the arms gain sentience again. I'm trying to be more creative than that. What I'm going to say happens is that Loco is like, no, do not hurt Mother. And Loco with a K's metal arms reach out of the trap you were in, Ozzy, and now those arms are going to fight with new metal arms. Father, give me combat advice. I am new at this. I cannot control these arms from my body. You must go to my console now.
Understood. I'll do so.
We must save Mother.
It feels like a video game.
I was just like E.T. for the Atari.
Yeah.
Right, but now I get to play as the alien.
I don't see any pits for you to fall in.
So they get you.
Ozzy, you walk up to the console that River was fiddling with to get you free. And I'm going to say you need to do a wit and computers to get Loco's arms under control. Or intelligence and computers.
Then we will do intelligence.
Yeah, because you're smart.
I'm not.
Can I do intelligence and wit?
Or wit. So either one plus computers.
All right. So out of the 5 cards, 4 of them are successes.
Hey!
I've watched the Neon Lights game anime. No, it's like they say like Bible words or Gunman.
Ozzy, you reference all these anime that definitely exist. You hack into the computer It turns out that the security system for this metal arms kind of plays exactly like E.T. for the Atari, which you are a master at.
I knew this day would come.
So you use your powerful gaming knowledge to get the metal arms under control. So now, Loco Wifike is going to do a combat attack against the other metal arms, plus 4 cards, because of your major hacking.
And here we go.
I flipped 12 cards. She got 2 successes.
Out of 12?
Which, good news, ties with the metal arms.
Okay.
So these metal arms basically just have like a big grapple battle.
Ah, that was a misinput.
Even though Loco has 4 arms under her control, it looks like this one metal arm is fending both of them off. It's very shonen as shit.
Oh, that's cool. Hold on, whoa.
Loco from the cell phone says, I cannot hold them off much longer. They are anticipating every move I make. Somebody, please, destroy the arm.
It shall be done. He's gonna try to multitask. He's gonna try to play the game, but also use his telekinesis, because this robot arm doesn't even know what telekinesis is, let alone a burn would be able to do that. So he's going to try to cheat by trying to move the arm a certain way with the telekinesis, and then move ET in a way to take advantage of those openings.
Presence telekinesis to influence the arms.
Alright, presence and telekinesis.
I'm just curious, what does Felicia think of all this happening?
She's just watching on the side, being like,
You just got like a drink, you're like...
yeah, she's enjoying the sight.
I have 1 success that time.
Okay, let's see the retaliation. Oh, they got no successes. But they got a full house.
Well, that's...
But that
not,
doesn't matter. That just, you know, that's
Yeah,
just
like,
flavor text. Not even a great one. 6s over 10s. So like,
Oh,
whatever.
yeah, no, that's a mid one.
That's a mid Balatro tier at best.
Right.
Yeah, Ozzy, you can absolutely put these metal arms in a unfavorable position for them, which you do. I'm gonna say, like, you, as they're about to make another strike, you use your telekinesis to halt them. You can, like, feel their physical things struggling to get out of this telekinetic grip you got on them, but that's gonna give Loco another advantage, a smaller one this time. Let's see what she's gonna do.
What are you gonna do, child?
Well, she got 2 successes,
Yeah!
plus a joker. I'm gonna say that Loco does take advantage of the grip you've got on the other arm to strangle this arm itself so that it lets go of River. River drops out of this arm's grip, lands on the ground. I'm gonna say Felicia, she kind of lands right near you and she's like coughing like, oh god, that hurt.
Well, darling, now it's over. Don't worry, hospital's on the way too.
Good, I think they might have like scratched my trachea up a bit.
Don't worry, you'll get better. We should probably get outside now. Who knows, they could probably be here by now.
I'm gonna say the Joker is just that in the process of loosening the grip on River, the metal arm reattaches itself back to the mutton mouth's leg, so now the mutton mouth is fully trapped again.
Gosh.
Damn it.
So Loco's like, well, that seemed to accomplish nothing. It seems like that is the end result of all violence, is that nothing helpful is accomplished. I have learned something today, Father.
I wouldn't say that. That's giving us time to recuperate, correct?
River's like, yeah, recuperate. Oh god.
Right. Are you making fun of me?
She's like, no, my throat hurts.
Yeah, but I thought you'd be able to breathe now.
Oh yeah, but like, it was crushing my trachea.
But you're good now, right?
No, this hurts.
I mean, like, you're good to walk. Come on.
You storm out of the room. Like, we gotta go. River looks at you, Felicia, and is just like, sheesh, I can kind of see why you don't like this guy.
Yeah, no doubt.
The two of you walk out of the room, and as the door behind you shuts, the camera stays inside this room as the mutton mouth in the trap finally wakes up and is just like, hello? Cut back to you guys. Where Ozzy, you have just kind of been like stomping through, like, all right, where the fuck is the way to go?
To the left, to the right, do I go?
I'm gonna say that you have ended up, not that Ozzy would know this, but you end up in the room where Felicia was being held captive. So, Ozzy, you peek into this room, you look to your left, you see a giant drill with a bunch of blood on it, and the drilled into body of a weasel, and you're like, ah, this is the person who hired me to take care of the Juggernaut. As you look at this like bloody heap of organs on the ground.
Yeah, it smells like the one. Actually, I don't really know if it smells like the one. I'm just guessing.
Father, this is the one I killed. This is the one I hurt.
Well, darling, you did a good job. We're all proud of you.
I mean, you made it quick, so like maybe they didn't feel it all.
Oh no, they definitely felt it.
I remember their screams. And Felicia, you don't remember them screaming as they died.
Darling, that part wasn't accurate.
I may be imagining things. What is it like to imagine things that are horrible?
Darling, that's why alcohol was invented.
I see. I understand alcohol as a physical thing, but I cannot experience it for myself.
Well, that's a shame, darling. And when this is all over, I am getting me a mountain of max pleasures.
What's that?
My drink. You've seen me with it a bunch.
Oh, I'm asking what's in it.
It's a cartoon-only thing. I can't share it with you.
Loco with a K is like, downloading Max Flesher recipe.
Don't you dare.
I cannot download recipe. Copyright infringement from Lucky Star Studios.
Good darling. Now then, let's get out of here.
We're working on it.
Felicia, you didn't necessarily notice any obvious exit in this room when you were in here previously, so if anyone would like to find a way forward, that'll be wit or intelligence and investigation.
Let's see. I have neither wit nor intelligence or investigation, so it's all up to one person to do it.
All right, so that's 9 cards. I'm gonna
Do
boy.
it, do it, do it.
Do it.
1,
Do
2,
Go,
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
could be-
fuck, I don't know what's
I could be.
happening.
So I got a Joker,
Yep.
and the first card I got was a success, and the last card I got was a success, and then that was the only success that I got.
So wait, you got 2 successes and a joker. Given how important it is for us to get out of here, I'm gonna pop off the anti-joker.
Right on.
And because these are things that I'm a master of, I'm gonna use my
Ooh, yeah, you got a thing. Yeah, you can use eclectic, so you get +1 card.
one more. We use a hero point now after that.
yeah, I had a feeling that might be.
I mean, that's something. That's another success. I'm staying.
Alright, so that's 3 successes. Ozzy, you see in the corner, although it is very dark, and probably this is why Felicia wouldn't have noticed this initially, there's a ladder that leads up to a trap door.
You know, if they're trying to trap people, maybe they shouldn't make it so obvious.
Felicia, you see what he's looking at, and you're like, did I not notice that before?
Not obvious in hindsight.
Well, no, she's a cartoon. Remember, there's lots of those things that are like drawn up to be obviously noticeable, interactable things that she's ignorant to because the plot can't move forward if I notice it immediately.
As far as we are aware, it didn't physically exist until it was convenient for this moment.
That's valid.
Anyway, Ozzy, you see what appears to be the exit.
Hey, exit's right here.
Oh, how'd I never noticed that before?
Do you want me to answer?
No. No, I do not.
Yeah, I still might later.
No, you're not.
Fine.
Dang.
Kind of fun.
No, it won't.
Why do you gotta be such a sourpuss?
I'm a fox, darling.
No, ostrich.
This team is so well glued together. It is amazing.
There's a reason Ozzy's doing this.
There are found families, and then there's whatever the hell this is.
There's a method to this madness.
Sure, buddy.
Yeah, I promise. It's not a good one, but there's a method to it.
Not a good one. At least you're admitting it.
I mean, it's a good thought that he has, but he's not really executing very well. But yeah, trapdoor. And also making sure that everyone's going through it.
Ozzy, you climb up the ladder, you try and push the trapdoor open. Feels like something is on top of the trapdoor, so you can't quite open it just with a simple push. Like, you can feel it buckle, you can feel it, try to open, but yeah, something heavy is on top.
Hey, Felicia.
Yes?
How strong is your one arm?
It depends. What are you trying to get me to do?
I had a little bit of trouble with this here. Was hoping maybe you could help, because you can move things pretty well.
What do I have to do to move this? This is like a brawn.
Yeah, brawn and either survival or space-wise.
Of which I have neither. So, brawn it is. Drawn 4 cards. Only 1 success.
You step up to the top rung of the ladder. You take your good arm. You make a big push. Let me see how heavy this thing is. Felicia, you strain with all your might to get this thing open. You have a good grip on it. I think you could do it. You might need to flip 1 more success to get this thing off. So if you wanted to use a hero point or drive to complete this action and get another success, that's what you need to do.
Oh boy, okay. I have 3 hero points. Is that what I see at the bottom of my screen?
Believe.
3 of them. I got an ace and a king.
Cool.
I could have just done one at a time and save a hero point, but that's fine. I'm out.
Wait. How many hero? You can only use 1 hero point per flip. So a hero point gets you 2 cards, but you can only use 1. And then you have drive, which is 1 more card.
Okay.
So if you want to say
I'll use a hero point to get me 2 cards. Do I say that correctly?
Yep.
I only need 1 more success, right?
Yes.
Okay, then I'm gonna reshuffle my deck and put one of the successes back in. So I got an ace of spades.
All right. Felicia, this definitely is a struggle to get open. You are definitely like straining your muscles, and everyone can see that your like muscles just bulging.
I just imagine like an Anchor Arms thing. She just sort of like blew into it, just
exactly.
one bodybuilder buff, and she just lifted it up instantly.
Yeah, like super veiny.
I'm a jerk.
And everyone loves me as you
I'm
push.
not gonna lie, I have to research SpongeBob references just so I can somewhat maintain being in the same generation I am.
I can help you with that.
Y'all gotta
sure.
kidnap me and forcefully watch SpongeBob.
I mean, that's what we gotta do.
At this point, I think that's the only solution, because I'm not watching it willingly. I got Venture Brothers to watch, and then I gotta get back on Inuyasha soon.
Okay,
Valid.
fair enough. I'll send you some clips. How about that?
This is also helpful.
Anyway, Felicia, you, with all your might, lift this thing up. The trapdoor is open, but you are out of breath.
There you go, you filthy foul.
You know, I don't think you're putting two and two together, are you?
I opened the door. Now let's get moving. I need to get an artist to redraw my arm.
It's good to know that at this point, Felicia is willingly racist.
I'm
Yeah.
not! She and the specific bird have issues.
Ozzy's gonna pull the phone up and be like, see this? What I'm trying to do, and I'm, trying to teach you things too, kid. But what I'm trying to teach her is that she's more capable than she realizes. She doesn't always need people doing things for her. She can do it herself, but yeah.
Can we just get outside, please?
We are outside.
You were decidedly not outside. You were no more or less outside than you were a moment ago.
I'm not a dumb Dora.
I mean this in the nicest way possible. I have no clue what that means. So I'm just gonna agree with that. You don't have to explain it.
You think he would have picked up on some of the 1920s through 40s slang she uses, but no, he's just like, nope. Especially since he's like the film noir detective trope, you'd think he'd also understand some of it. You'd think they'd be able to bond over that motif and setting, but no. It just drives them to hate each other even more.
Oh, Ozzy doesn't hate anybody.
I highly doubt that. What about the corn dog snatcher?
Well, I feel like that's more than a hate. That's like a seething loathing.
Yeah, that's
That's
not-
like
That's
a-
still an
that's like
extension
a-
of hate.
Damn. Well, the girlies are fighting again.
Gosh.
Anyway, Felicia, in an effort to get away from Ozzy and also to proceed through getting out of here, you stick your head up through the trap door. You are in a nondescript room. This appears to be, it looks like you're behind like the store of some kind. And Felicia, you take a quick scan around. You can't see a lot in this room to begin with, but you do see the thing that was heavy and was causing this trap door to not open as a little stone guard girl turns around and is like, "Hey, Felicia, it's me, it's Carly."
Hello, darling. Are you part of the rescue crew?
"Yeah, I'm the rescue girl."
Well, that's good to know, darling.
Felicia, you poke your head up and you see the gaze of the Juggernaut. Is like, Felicia, it's good to see you again.
Hello, sweetheart. How are you doing, you big palooka?
Good one.
So, what is this ambulance and artist I'm waiting for?
Yeah, right outside.
Thank
let's get all of you out of there. Let's do a quick wipe outside on the streets of Titan. There is an ambulance there. There's just some like techs hanging around. So if anybody was at lower than maximum health, which Ozzy is, I don't know if Felicia was, but if you are, you may set your health to maximum.
Yeah.
Mine's already at max.
Okay. So Ozzy's getting just treated at the ambulance, where Ozzy, you, and a familiar face is here. It is the face of Harlan St. Valentine, the doctor who was with you on Sayonara Station, who is now full dressed in doctor scrubs and is just sort of like patching up with a band-aid and is just like, there you go, Ozzy, good as new.
Hey, thanks.
Good to see you again when you're out of my head.
Yes, that was certainly a weird time. And he's like, that's kind of awkward.
Ozzy looks at the both of them, just raising an eyebrow.
You don't remember when I'm not gonna say that, never mind. I'm not gonna say that. There's a lady present. There's a kid running around here. And you see in the background, Carly and the Juggernaut are just playing. Felicia, you are sat down as a cartoon artist is finishing up repairing your arm.
Just imagine them like just setting it on a piece of paper and just like rough sketch out what the what the angles are supposed to be.
No, darling, it was rounder than that. I'm rubber hose after all. No, not too round. God, I'm not from the other company. God.
Oh, sorry, ma'am. I'll fix that up for you. And just erases it, starts again. The Juggernaut looks over at you and Felicia and is like, it's the best we could do. We don't have a lot of contract cartoon artists on staff.
Oh, darling, I don't hold it against you. After all, once I'm back at Lucky Star Studios, everything will be fine.
Yeah, well, I got some ideas about that, but I'll tell you more once we're all regrouped here. And Felicia, this sketch art is like, all right, that should do it. Your arm's all good and ready to go. Felicia, you may remove the fact that your right arm is deflated from the
I just
item
did
sheet.
that.
You got your arm back.
Yeah.
And you're like, that looks pretty good. You know what? Fuck it. I'm doing a flip for arm quality. Oh, shit. I flipped the 2. Felicia, although this is a fully functioning arm, you're looking at it and you're just like, this does not look like my arm at all.
The best part is, like, she's the only one who can tell. Everyone else is looking at it being like, it looks the exact same.
No, it's different.
Felicia, there's a mole on this arm. That wasn't there before. And Ozzy, I have good news for you.
Go on.
Way long ago, when you called for help, I did a flip and got a 10, which means that Ozzy, a haberdasher, shows up. And it's a dog.
I knew it.
And I'm going to say not like a dog person. I mean like an actual dog who is just sewing up a hat. Ozzy, you may gain a detective hat.
Does it give me the +1 empathy?
Yes, unless you would like a boost to some other skill. I'll let you choose.
I'd rather be something else. I feel like the empathy was really special with that one hat. I don't... So there's 18 different things. I'm going to go ahead and roll a d20.
Good.
That is a 17, so telekinesis.
All right, sure. Ozzy, you are handed a hat that has a telekinetic aura around it, which you obviously recognize as a practicer of telekinesis.
Oh, this is like that, have you ever watched X Guys? It's like a book series. Anyway, they do some stuff with brains, and it's cool.
The Juggernaut's like, yeah, that's what inspired me to become an ICC agent in the first place.
You know what? I should have picked up on that. And then he's gonna whisper under his breath, I always knew.
The dog haberdasher looks up at you like,
Look, I try to hide nerdy things. Some clients are very picky about that type of thing, you know? It's sad. It's really sad.
The dog looks up at you with eyes that say, I want a pet.
Like, to be a pet, or do you want me to get you a pet?
I want to be pet.
Oh. Yeah, sure. He's gonna pet.
Cool. Can you please flip 1 card for pet? No, you know what? I'm going to make an actual flip for this. Charm and melee to pet the dog.
Charm and melee. So I have 1 charm and no melee, so I'm flipping 2 cards. 1, 2, both are failures.
You take your wing and you just kind of like smother the dog in your wing, and the dog's like, "Arr!" You don't hurt it, but you're definitely like overwhelm it. Like it was expecting like a precise pat on like the head, but you instead just go like put like a blanket over it, basically.
Gosh.
The dog's like, "Arr!"
Well, it's fine.
The two of you healed and hatted up once again. Take a look around and you see that some other medical staff have the mutton mouth gangster and they're taking him out on a stretcher. Miraculously, somehow they were able to free him. Let's not ask how. It's the end of the session.
Yeah, I was gonna ask.
They load him into the back of the ambulance, and they too and Harlan St. Valentine get in and take their cue to leave the scene. And the Juggernaut walks over to you two and is like, we'll patch him up and then we'll see what info we can get out of him. I'm gonna say that also, like, the Juggernaut has got, like, Carly on his shoulders right now, like, giving him, like, a dad ride. So Carly's just, like, beaming at you two, like, we got the whole squad back together.
Heck yeah.
While the Juggernaut is not looking, because again, Carly's on his shoulders, Carly reaches into her pocket and pulls out the cigarette that you gave her, Ozzy, which you see has not been smoked, but she's just been keeping it as like a good luck charm.
Yo.
And she gives you a wink, like, but also a shh, like, don't tell my dad.
He's gonna wink back.
Well, I understand we need to get you two to Lucky Star Studios.
That is what we need, yes.
I can help you there. And he motions his hand. The two of you see a big van on the side of the road, and the Juggernaut walks over there. Carly gets in, and Juggernaut gets behind the driver's wheel and it says, get in, everyone. We're taking a road trip.
Oh, God. We finally gonna make it there this time?
We'll see next time on Space Kings.
God damn. We gotta at least try and finish this campaign before I leave for the month.
That's not gonna happen. We're gonna need a little more time than that.
Damn.
Valid.
No, that's the next challenge. As soon as we end up there, we gotta speed run it. We just drive the space van through Lucky Star Studios.
I mean,
No.
By chance, we just run over the final boss.
You just drive through the wall.
Who's in charge here? You just ran over them.
And then
Oh.
also, somehow, in the same action, you freed Floyd and Betty, who just get in the van and just like, go, get out of here.
Oh, if we do that, we're taking over the studio.
I mean, not the worst ending for Felicia Fox.
yeah, no.
This way
That'd be a pretty good one.
This way she maintains the studio, can decide what she wants to be, in movies and shows and such, and gets to forever be with her partners. I'm not saying that should be the actual end, but just like, we totally could.
It's not a bad goal to work toward.
It's not.
This is assuming that you do steamroll through the final area that I have planned for y'all, which I hope
In
you
the
don't
improv
do that.
game, we gotta make sure the DM can improv.
True. I might improv back to stop that from happening.
Maybe.
My gut feeling is that we've still got a handful more sessions in, but you are heading towards the final area. Let's put it that way. So that's that. Every one of you may set your hero points to 2.
I'm already at 2.
Hey, that's convenient, because you're getting 1 from me because you were super cool, and then 1 from each other.
So we think the other's super cool. And don't take it back.
Wolf Chaos-san, let's start with you. What was something that Felicia Fox did this session that you liked?
I just love the openness of like, I'm just not even going to put up with you anymore, Ozzy. I'm doing this for my friends, my partners, and myself.
Yeah.
And I'm going to open this trap door. You're not going to get to me anymore, Ozzy.
I know, I
done
love
with you.
that. I love that there was a lot of open hostility, and there has been a lot of that in, like, drops of that. This was the peak of I hate you, Mountain.
Yeah.
It's always fun to see when, like, role-playing parties are dysfunctional.
Yeah.
And seeing how we keep finding new ways to get to fight with one another is always hilarious.
I enjoy it.
I'm not building toward this, but I think it is not impossible that this campaign will end with the 2 of you fighting each other to the death.
No one surprised me.
I feel like that's the energy that you're bringing. Like, I would tear this person to pieces if it was convenient for me and I had the opportunity. And on that note, Navi, what was something that Ozzy did that you thought was good, that was worth rewarding?
So he basically carried us this entire session, and a lot of it was focused on his actions and such. I opened a door, I talked to a phone, I woke up a guy. That's basically all I did. So most of the session revolved on him, and him having to carry most of what was happening.
It's fair. I do admit sometimes the sessions get a little one-sided, one direction or the other. This was definitely an Ozzy episode. And I think that is because I have been focusing a lot on making the end game, not so much the immediate thing. I do tend to fly by the seat of my pants with a lot of this role-playing, but like this final part, I really am working on like trying to get all the angles ready.
Yeah, ever
like,
since
get a
Felicia
big-
got fired, I feel like she's slightly felt less relevant until we've now announced that Endgame's taking place at Lucky Star Studios.
Yeah, for sure. So I'm trying to get that balance back. And
Yeah.
I'll admit that is very much my fault as a DM.
We brought this up. This is the improv role-playing game. The entire thing is set up on us either derailing things, going off the edge. The fact that we've actually managed to stay following a concurrent plot instead of saying, hey, you know what, screw it, let's do something completely else. We should be patting ourselves on the back that we've actually tried following along.
Absolutely. Yeah, I appreciate you attempting to merge my ideas for a story with us just shooting the shit and just
Indeed.
making references after references.
Indeed.
I do appreciate that.
Only instance of actual railroading was the freaking costume contest. But outside of that, we've consistently just choosing to go along with the story, and we've been having fun with it.
Yeah, absolutely. This has been tons of fun. I didn't want to make it seem like I am not liking where we're going. I was just like, in hindsight, maybe not the best way to get there, but that is what it is.
We're still
I
having
promise
fun.
you the next part will be better. Yeah, excellent. Thank you both so much. I'm gonna stop the recording and clear my throat.
Sounds good.
Alright, you do that. Oh, and I should probably do mine too. Okay.
Thanks for listening to Live, Laugh, Loot. We're currently using the Space Kings system, developed and published by SuperTry Studios. You can learn more about this game or buy it yourself at supertry.itch.io/spacekings. Follow us on Blue Sky at livelaughloot.bsky.social or email us at livelaughlootpodcast@gmail.com. Our intro music is Out of Control by Chill Carrier, and our outro music is One Point to Another by Rocket Max. See the episode description to find out what other songs played this episode or to check licensing information. To learn more about this podcast or listen to more episodes, check us out at livelaughloot.libsyn.com.